the sign-in sheet that lets citizens discuss concerns that are not on the agenda. Or at the end or a particular time of the meeting, we can open it up, when you're proposing, we open it up and allow people to raise concerns that aren't on the agenda.
It's a concern, so it would just be an agenda item, so it would be a concern that obviously would be, it's not a question and answer period, it's a concern. The concern should not end with a question.
It's a statement.
It's a statement.
Okay. Okay, so I think I understand the nature of the motion. I do have comments on it, but I'm going to ask the council for their discussion and comment first. Hearing none, I'll give you my comments. What I have seen in this town, unfortunately, over the past few years, few terms, council terms, is that concerned citizens has deteriorated over time to a place where people don't just raise concerns, but rather they publicly insult, they publicly degrade private citizens, they degrade members of other boards, they degrade town department heads and officials and members of the council in ways that are not concerns, but rather attacks. And it's an unfortunate thing that's happened, but it's a regular thing that's happened. And I've had a number of people tell me that they don't come to town council meetings, they don't like town council meetings because they're contentious. Just the whole nature and feeling of the meeting is negative, so they don't come. The last time they came, they were told they were a crazy old lady that wanted such and such a thing done publicly. They don't come anymore. So I've seen it deteriorate, and I'm not a fan of concerned citizens. I am a fan of public participation on agenda items. I am always available to listen to concerns of citizens before meetings, after meetings, on the weekend, meet them for breakfast.
Not during.
Call me on the phone, but at the meetings, it just doesn't seem to be an appropriate place. You referred to the State House in the past. In the State House, if you have a concern, you want it taken up by the House of Representatives, you cannot go stand on the floor and yell at Mike Chippendale, you're doing a terrible job, and what's wrong with you, and your committees are doing a terrible job. You can't do that. You express your concerns to your representative in a separate form, and then that representative brings it back. And that's the way I'd like to see it on. Now, it does not benefit an individual to come here with a concern, a legitimate concern, to stand in front of the council and say, you know, I have a concern that my road's not being plowed and it's full of potholes and it's damaging my cars, what are you gonna do? I said, I'm sorry, we're not taking questions. But I have this concern I need to have answered. We can't answer it. We can't tell you anything. Thank you very much for your concern. And send them away. We didn't give them an answer. It doesn't do them any good. It would do them good if they met with one of us outside who said, oh, you know what, I understand your concerns, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk to the department head. I'm gonna bring it to the next council meeting and put it on the agenda. You can't do that in this forum. You can't do that in this forum because it can be a violation of the Public Open Meetings Act. Now, we know that there are people in the audience here who love to file violations of the Public Open Meetings Act. And if someone in the audience says something, and then a member of the council responds and says, oh, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. You've now engaged in discussion on an item that's not on the agenda. So it's a trap for us, it doesn't benefit us, and it's not satisfying to the people that we say, thank you very much. Well, what are you gonna do on my road? Thank you very much. What are you gonna do on my road? I mean, my car's breaking apart. I'm sorry, we can't help you, thank you very much. Who does that help? It doesn't help us, it doesn't help them. Your expectation of the chair is to run an organized and efficient meeting, and how do you do that when you have people throwing things out that you can't address, so they either go away unhappy or somebody reacts and you end up with a violation. So it is my strong opinion that follow the book and allow public participation regarding agenda items. It is properly noticed. We can't get in trouble, we can't be cited. And then have individuals who have other concerns that are outside of the agenda speak with whoever on the council they have faith in, or confidence in, or access to outside of the meeting. On the agenda, in the meeting. Off the agenda, outside.
We come to speak to all five of you,
That's
not one
correct.
of you particularly.
That's
And
right.
I don't know when I speak to
Any one of
you
us.
that you pass
Mr.
it on to them.
Savazio,
I
Mr.
am out of
Savazio, I'm
order.
not
I
accepting
am
public
out
comment.
of order. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
And is a person going to bring back to the council your concern?
That's correct.
I would hope there's somebody on the council you have faith in to do that.
And I also will say that your solicitor was out of
Okay.
order
Please.
addressing these
Please.
that she's
No
never
more,
come to.
no more, Mr.
Thank
And
Savazio.
these are the reasons
No
why
more.
we can't have concerned citizens.
This-
Lynn Ryder, thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
Can I just make some comments to your
you may,
comments?
you may absolutely, I think I'm.
Within Mr. Whitelaw's motion, it does say the president will stop comments at his discretion,
Yes,
and no personal attacks or disrespect will be tolerated.
yes, it
So
does say
you
that,
would have control to ask.
yes.
Your comment in that someone from the council would respond to a concerned citizen, I think we have enough control that we could sit without responding. And yes, they've made their concerns, and maybe that could be something that we could put on a future item when it comes to our agenda that says, future agenda items, we could say, let's discuss the roads.
Okay. My response would be, you made two things. Number one, it says no personal attacks, so it won't happen. Well, one just did.
Yeah,
That
that wasn't,
Just
that was
some-
not a personal attack.
Well, I
That was a
heard,
point of view.
I heard a point of view that was directed against the solicitor and her actions this evening. It was a personal attack. A person wasn't recognized. If a person was recognized, those personal attacks, they'd come out before the chair can stop them. I don't want to open it up to that, because then there's somebody up here who's going to respond, and we're in public meeting violation potentially. The second point was, it's open, it's up to the chair to cut people. Okay. I agree with this woman, I let her speak, I disagree with that one, that gentleman, I don't like his, I cut him off early. You're setting us
I
up
think
for
you're-
a potential unfairness. How long do I let people speak? Do I cut people off because I don't like their opinions? Do I
You
cut
just said
people off?
that you're very fair, so
I
I hope you
am. You open things up to a potential accusation of being arbitrary. And again, why do we want to open this council up to potential accusations? Why do we want to open the door to you're arbitrary, the council's arbitrary, or the chair's arbitrary, or you're unfair, or you're in violation of the public meetings law? Why do we want to do that? Why should we not just, on the agenda, if it's included in the agenda, we do it in the meeting. If it's outside of the agenda, people can address us outside of the meeting, and we can bring it back. You know, you do expect me to run an organized, efficient meeting, and we don't even have public comment, but we're getting it tonight. We're getting people that are shouting. If we now
But if-
open it up to anybody's opinion,
Well, we have a sheet where they
They're
They're
have
not
to sign
recognizing
up
people with their
and
hands up.
make their general concerns. So that would give us, or give you, some control. Would you, and I would hope you wouldn't, and I'm assuming you would not skip over somebody because of their general concern.
I never have. If we've had public comment, concerned citizens, I have in the past always recognized everyone. I've recognized people multiple times, going back. Since this new council sat, we haven't had our rules in place, so I haven't been recognizing
And I understand
anybody, okay? And it's been intentional and to try to keep things
And I
organized.
agree with that.
And I wish things to remain organized. My experience with concerned citizens, as I said, over the past 5 years, over the past 2 to 3 councils, is it's not doing the councils any good, it's making the councils look bad, it's insulting members of the public, it's dragging people's names to the mud. That if people have a legitimate concern, please pick up the phone and call me. I don't want to say to people, you can express your concerns to me during a 10-minute period at the end of the meeting, and that's the only time I'm accessible to you for concerns. I want to be accessible more than that. I don't
Well, I
want to
think that
restrict
would be,
outside of the meeting, we should be accessible.
right, and I agree, it doesn't
You're
say
already
anywhere in here that we can't be accessible outside.
Correct.
It
But I
does
do
not.
think concerns, what if there's somebody out there who doesn't know one of us well enough to call?
They can send a letter to the town.
Oh, come on.
There are 100 ways to do it. Does anybody in
Then
this
they won't
room
bother.
personally know Senator Reed or Senator Whitehouse?
It's a travesty.
If you had a concern, you contact his office. We don't know how to do that.
It's a
We don't
travesty.
know how to do that. So,
I don't know.
anyway, my
Phil.
opinion is,
Bad move.
it's nothing but trouble. It opens us up to open meetings law violations, accusation of arbitrariness, it opens us up to having a very dysfunctional meeting. and
Could I?
Some
I-
very
I'd
good
like to get
ideas
more
out there.
clarification on how we would be violating open meetings.
If we respond,
But I think we're all in control enough not to respond.
and the council alone. There are evenings when things get out of control. I don't want
Well,
to.
no, I haven't been on the council long, but I've been in other meetings where if I'm not supposed to speak, I don't speak.
There are many people like that, but they're not all.
So are the five of us, we're not all like that?
No speaking.
With debating. I know I'm probably not going to convince you, you're not going to convince me. I think I've made my point
We
clear.
can agree to disagree.
I respect your opinion. I would love to allow unlimited public conversation, unlimited concerned citizens, unlimited comment, but I believe that it's a potential problem. My history with it is that it's deteriorating, it's becoming a problem, and opens
Political
us up to
suicide.
the various issues with us.
See, I'm of the belief that if we set the bar high, people will achieve it. If we set the bar low,
I would love to. I would love that. Okay, is there further comment? Okay, then I am going to call for a vote. All those in favor of approving this motion to allow public comment, to allow concerned citizens comment on non-agenda items, please indicate by saying
aye.
Aye.
aye. All those opposed, please indicate by saying nay.
Them three, right there.
Nay. Motion fails 3-2.
Them three. 3 to 2.
Are there further